What if the secret to a life filled with success, happiness, and unshakable peace wasn't about achieving more or doing more, but about mastering your mind? What if the key to living your best life lay in small, powerful habits? Habits that help you control your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Today, we're diving into 8 Stoic habits that will radically improve your life, guiding you toward mental clarity, resilience, and true fulfillment. Whether you're struggling with anxiety, stress, or uncertainty, these habits have been practiced for centuries by the greatest thinkers and leaders to build lives of unshakable purpose. Ready to transform your life? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because you won't want to miss these life-changing strategies. Welcome to Stoic Mastery, where we unlock the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and make it work for you in the modern world. Number 1. The power of daily reflection. Learn from your actions. One of the simplest yet most transformative Stoic habits is daily reflection. In Stoicism, self-awareness and constant growth are crucial, and reflection is the tool that helps us achieve both. Each day, taking a few moments to evaluate our actions, thoughts, and reactions gives us the power to course correct and become better versions of ourselves. The Stoic practice of reflection isn't just about looking back on the day to see what went wrong. It's about asking critical questions. What did I do today that was aligned with my values? What could I have done better? How did I respond to challenges, and why? Through this habit, we develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and our reactions. It helps us identify moments where we acted impulsively or emotionally, and gives us the opportunity to make conscious improvements. Reflection enables us to avoid repeating mistakes, and it strengthens our resolve to stay true to Stoic virtues such as wisdom, courage, and temperance. Relating this to dark psychology, reflection provides us with the tools to break free from automatic emotional responses. By consciously examining our behaviors, we stop being victims of our impulses or external influences. Instead, we become the masters of our actions and decisions, making life more intentional and fulfilling. Comment below with "Reflection is the key to growth," and start applying this powerful Stoic habit to unlock your true potential. Number 2. Embrace the dichotomy of control. Let go of what you can't control. One of the most powerful Stoic habits is the dichotomy of control, the practice of distinguishing between what you can control and what you can't. This simple yet profound principle is the key to reducing stress and anxiety in your life. The Stoics believed that we should focus only on what is within our power, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, and let go of everything outside our control, such as other people's behavior, the economy, or unforeseen events. By embracing this habit, you free yourself from the constant struggle of trying to control the uncontrollable. How often do we waste time and energy worrying about things beyond our influence? The dichotomy of control teaches us to redirect our focus. Instead of becoming frustrated or anxious about things we can't change, we should channel our energy into improving our responses and actions. This leads to a profound sense of calm, clarity, and emotional resilience. Relating this to dark psychology, when you understand the boundaries of what you can control, you stop being emotionally manipulated by external forces. Instead of reacting to situations with fear or anger, you respond thoughtfully and with purpose. The ability to focus only on what's within your control empowers you to navigate life with confidence and peace. Comment below with "I control my reactions, not the world," and start applying this Stoic habit today to take charge of your mind and life. Number 3. Negative visualization. Prepare for life's challenges. One of the most counterintuitive yet powerful Stoic practices is negative visualization. While it may sound strange to imagine the worst-case scenario, this practice is actually a key tool for building emotional resilience and mental toughness. Negative visualization involves deliberately imagining situations where things go wrong, whether it's losing your job, facing rejection, or experiencing a personal setback. The goal isn't to dwell in fear or pessimism, but to mentally prepare for challenges before they arise. This habit might sound like a form of worrying, but in Stoicism, it serves a different purpose. By visualizing potential difficulties in advance, we strip them of their power to surprise us. We prepare ourselves emotionally and mentally, so when the worst happens, we can respond with calm, clarity, and resilience. It helps us stop fearing the unknown because we've already considered the worst possible outcome and come to terms with it. Negative visualization also allows us to appreciate what we have. When we imagine losing something, whether it's a loved one, a job, or a possession, we realize how much we take things for granted. This realization can lead to greater gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. Instead of clinging to the fear of loss, we learn to cherish what we have right now. In terms of dark psychology, this practice works by reducing the emotional hold of fear. When we acknowledge the worst-case scenario and realize we can handle it, fear loses its grip on us. We stop being controlled by anxiety and start to take charge of our emotions. In a world full of uncertainty, negative visualization helps us feel empowered and ready for whatever comes our way. It's important to note that negative visualization isn't about expecting disaster or becoming fixated on the negative. It's about building mental flexibility and emotional strength. By confronting our fears head-on, we prepare ourselves for life's challenges without being overwhelmed by them. It helps us remain steady when facing adversity, knowing that we've already mentally rehearsed how to handle it. Comment below with, "I prepare for the worst, so I'm ready for anything." Embrace this powerful Stoic habit and transform your fear into strength. When you prepare yourself for the challenges life throws at you, you reclaim your power to navigate them with ease and confidence. Number 4, practice gratitude. Shift your focus from what's missing. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most transformative Stoic practices, and it plays a central role in fostering mental clarity, emotional balance, and true fulfillment. In a world where we're constantly bombarded with messages telling us we need more money, more success, more possessions, Stoicism flips that narrative. Instead of focusing on what we don't have, Stoicism encourages us to shift our attention to what we already have and to appreciate it deeply. The Stoics believed that gratitude is not just about saying thank you or acknowledging the good things in our lives. It's a mindset, a deliberate choice to see the value in everything, even the difficult moments. By consciously choosing to practice gratitude, we are actively training our minds to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. This powerful habit helps us reframe our perspective and find contentment regardless of external circumstances. In Stoic philosophy, gratitude isn't just an emotion, it's a habit of thought and action. It's about focusing on the present and appreciating everything that life has provided up to this point. Instead of constantly longing for what we don't have, we learn to appreciate what we do. The roof over our heads, our health, our relationships, the moments of peace. We have so much to be thankful for, even in difficult times. By focusing on what's good, even in the smallest aspects of life, we stop being overwhelmed by what's lacking. This Stoic habit doesn't ignore life's difficulties, nor does it suggest that we should become complacent. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to embrace life's challenges as opportunities for growth. Gratitude allows us to take difficult situations and find lessons within them. For example, if we face a setback at work or a personal loss, gratitude helps us see it not as an obstacle, but as a chance to develop resilience, patience, and wisdom. It shifts our mindset from one of victimhood to one of strength, allowing us to approach challenges with grace and purpose. Gratitude also teaches us to detach from external sources of happiness. In a world full of distractions, comparisons, and consumerism, it's easy to believe that happiness lies just beyond our reach. If only we had more money, a bigger house, or more friends. Stoicism, however, helps us understand that true happiness comes from within. It's not about what we have or don't have, but about how we choose to see and appreciate life. When we cultivate gratitude, we no longer rely on external factors for our sense of peace and happiness. Instead, we find contentment in the present moment, regardless of the circumstances. Relating this to dark psychology, practicing gratitude shields us from the emotional manipulation of society. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to want more, to be more, and to keep striving for things that may not bring us true happiness. Gratitude helps us resist that pressure and refocus our attention on the blessings that are already present in our lives. By practicing gratitude, we break free from the endless cycle of desire and dissatisfaction. A practical way to integrate gratitude into your daily routine is through gratitude journaling. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand or life-changing. Small things like a warm cup of coffee in the morning or a friendly conversation with a colleague count. This practice trains your mind to focus on the positives, shifting your outlook on life from scarcity to abundance. By consistently practicing gratitude, you'll notice a profound shift in your mental and emotional state. Gratitude helps us focus on what we have, making us more resilient, grounded, and at peace with our circumstances. Comment below with "Gratitude transforms my reality." Number 5. Develop self-discipline. Master your desires. Self-discipline is one of the core Stoic practices, crucial for living a life of purpose, fulfillment, and mental strength. In a world filled with distractions and instant gratification, self-discipline is the key to achieving long-term success and maintaining control over our actions and emotions. At its core, self-discipline is about exercising control over our desires, thoughts, and behaviors. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control everything around us, but we have full control over how we respond. Our desires, whether for food, material possessions, or even attention, can easily take over our actions if we allow them to. Self-discipline allows us to resist the impulse to act based on temporary desires, and instead focus on what truly serves us in the long run. Self-discipline is not about denying ourselves pleasure or suppressing our natural desires, but about practicing moderation and finding balance. The Stoics believed in enjoying life's pleasures, but never letting them control us. Instead of giving in to every desire or emotional impulse, we make decisions based on reason and long-term goals. This helps us live in alignment with our values, not our fleeting desires. This Stoic habit extends to emotional regulation. Instead of reacting impulsively out of anger, fear, or frustration, self-discipline gives us the space to pause, reflect, and choose a measured response. It allows us to stay calm in the face of adversity, making decisions with clarity rather than being swept away by strong emotions. In terms of dark psychology, self-discipline helps protect us from manipulation. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded by external forces, advertisements, social pressures, and even peer influence that prey on our impulses and desires. By practicing self-discipline, we break free from the control of these external forces and make choices based on what aligns with our true goals and values, not what others want from us. A key practice for developing self-discipline is delayed gratification. This involves resisting the urge to satisfy immediate desires for something more valuable in the future. For example, instead of indulging in distractions like social media or TV, you focus on tasks that align with your long-term goals, such as exercising, studying, or working on a personal project. By choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasures, you build the mental strength to stay on course. Setting clear boundaries is another effective strategy. Boundaries help protect your time and energy, ensuring that you stay focused on what matters most. Whether it's saying no to distractions or limiting indulgences, clear boundaries give you the discipline to prioritize what truly serves your growth and success. Self-discipline also requires taking responsibility for your actions. When you make mistakes, instead of blaming external factors, you own up to them, learn from them, and adjust your behavior moving forward. This level of accountability strengthens your integrity and reinforces the habits of self-control and responsibility. By practicing self-discipline, you develop a stronger sense of control over your life. You stop being driven by impulsive desires and external influences, and instead live in alignment with your deeper values and goals. Comment below with "I control my impulses, not the other way around," and share how you practice self-discipline in your life. Let's build lives of focus, fulfillment, and purpose together. Number 6, practice virtue. Live with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. One of the central tenets of Stoicism is the pursuit of virtue, and it is considered the highest good in life. In Stoic philosophy, virtue isn't just about moral behavior. It is about living in accordance with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These 4 cardinal virtues are the guiding principles of a Stoic life, helping us to navigate challenges, make decisions, and live in harmony with nature and reason. Wisdom is the first virtue. It involves understanding what is truly important in life and making decisions based on reason and insight. It means seeing beyond the superficial and understanding the deeper truths about ourselves, our goals, and the world around us. Stoics believe that wisdom allows us to make choices that are aligned with our values and lead to personal fulfillment, rather than acting impulsively or being swayed by external pressures. Courage is the second virtue. It's not just physical bravery, but the mental fortitude to face life's challenges, confront our fears, and stand up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. Stoics believe that courage enables us to persevere through difficult situations without losing hope or giving in to fear. It is the ability to act with integrity even when it's uncomfortable, and to take action in alignment with our values, regardless of the obstacles. Justice, the third virtue, is about acting with fairness, kindness, and respect for others. It involves recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of all people and doing our part to contribute to the well-being of society. In Stoicism, justice is not only about legal fairness, but about living in a way that benefits the collective good. This could mean helping those in need, standing up for the voiceless, or simply acting with empathy and consideration in our daily interactions. The fourth Stoic virtue is temperance. This is the practice of self-control and moderation in all things. It's about finding balance and not letting our desires or emotions control us. In Stoicism, temperance encourages us to exercise restraint, whether it's in our appetites, our actions, or our thoughts. By practicing temperance, we avoid excess and live a life that is focused on what truly matters: mental clarity, emotional stability, and fulfillment. When we embody these 4 virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we become the best versions of ourselves. We stop being controlled by external circumstances, impulses, or societal expectations, and instead live according to our highest ideals. These virtues are not just ideals to strive for, they are habits to practice daily. Every decision we make, every action we take, can reflect these virtues. Whether it's standing firm in the face of difficulty, courage, making an ethical choice, justice, choosing reason over impulse, wisdom, or exercising moderation in our desires, temperance, each moment offers an opportunity to practice these principles. In terms of dark psychology, living with virtue helps us maintain integrity and self-mastery, which reduces our vulnerability to manipulation. People who live in alignment with their values are less likely to be swayed by external pressures, negative influences, or manipulative tactics. By practicing the Stoic virtues, we take control of our own actions, and in doing so, we create a life of meaning, respect, and power that no one can take away. By making these virtues central to our lives, we create a foundation for inner peace and outer success. Instead of reacting to the chaos of life with frustration or despair, we can meet each challenge with clarity, strength, and dignity. Comment below with "Virtue is my compass" and share how you are working to embody the Stoic virtues in your life. Let's build lives of integrity and purpose, rooted in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Number 7, amor fati. Embrace everything that happens. One of the most powerful and transformative Stoic practices is amor fati, which translates to love of fate. This concept teaches us not just to accept the events of our lives, but to embrace everything that happens, both the good and the bad, with open arms. It's the Stoic practice of accepting life in its entirety and understanding that every event, whether we view it as positive or negative, is part of the larger process that shapes who we are and who we are becoming. In a world where we often wish for things to be different, where we try to avoid pain, setbacks, or failure, amor fati invites us to flip this perspective entirely. Instead of resisting life's challenges or fighting against adversity, Stoicism teaches us to embrace everything that comes our way. Every moment, every experience, every challenge is a chance for growth. Whether it's a difficult conversation, an unexpected change, or an obstacle that seems to block our progress, amor fati helps us see that all of it contributes to our development. Imagine for a moment being able to welcome failure, hardship, or discomfort with the same openness as you would happiness or success. Stoicism teaches that instead of feeling defeated or frustrated, we can choose to see these difficulties as opportunities to practice courage, wisdom, and resilience. Amor fati means choosing to love everything that life brings and trusting that each challenge, no matter how hard it may seem in the moment, has a role in our journey toward personal mastery. This mindset shift is incredibly powerful. Amor fati helps us break free from the emotional attachment to specific outcomes. When we cling to an idea of how things should be, we set ourselves up for disappointment and frustration. But when we embrace fate as it is, without judgment or resistance, we remove the emotional charge from life's events. This practice brings peace because we realize that we are not victims of life's circumstances. We are active participants in the unfolding story. Relating this to dark psychology, amor fati helps us gain control over our emotional reactions. When we accept that everything that happens is for our growth, we stop being manipulated by the fear of the unknown. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, and fear of pain all lose their grip on us when we embrace the full spectrum of life's experiences. In doing so, we stop being controlled by emotions and begin responding with clarity and purpose. To practice amor fati, begin by removing resistance to life's setbacks and challenges. Instead of seeing a difficult situation as something to avoid or change, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How is this situation helping me grow? Shift your perspective to see each moment, good or bad, as a necessary part of your journey. This practice is not about ignoring pain or pretending that everything is always positive. It's about embracing life as it is, with all its unpredictability and imperfections, and finding peace in knowing that every experience is shaping us for something greater. Comment below with "I embrace whatever comes my way," and share how you are beginning to practice amor fati in your own life. Embrace fate, love your journey, and let life unfold as it's meant to. Number 8, memento mori. Live as if every day is your last. One of the most profound and impactful Stoic practices is memento mori, which translates to remember you will die. This practice is centered around the awareness of our mortality and is meant to remind us that life is fleeting and time is limited. While many shy away from the thought of death, the Stoics used it as a tool to live more fully and meaningfully. Memento mori isn't meant to make us anxious or morbid. It's about using the awareness of death to live more deliberately. By remembering that our time on earth is finite, we are encouraged to make the most of every moment. This practice helps us shift our focus away from distractions toward what truly matters, ensuring that we don't waste time on trivial pursuits or regrets. The Stoics believe that death is an inevitable and natural part of life, and by acknowledging this fact, we can live with greater urgency and purpose. In a sense, memento mori serves as a powerful reminder to live with intention and to focus on the things that contribute to our overall well-being, happiness, and growth. We're encouraged to evaluate what's truly important and prioritize our actions accordingly. Think about how often we put things off, telling ourselves we have plenty of time to accomplish our goals, improve relationships, or take care of ourselves. We wait for the right time to start something new or take on a challenge, thinking there will always be more time ahead. But memento mori reminds us that time isn't guaranteed. Our next breath, our next moment, isn't promised to us. This understanding prompts us to act with urgency and purpose. By keeping death in mind, we become more mindful of how we spend our time. Instead of procrastinating or getting lost in trivial matters, we become intentional with our actions. We stop letting fear or uncertainty hold us back from pursuing what matters most. We take bold action, build meaningful relationships, and pursue our passions with dedication, knowing that time is precious. Relating memento mori to dark psychology, it helps us detach from the emotional manipulation of external pressures. We are often influenced by society's fleeting expectations, what others think we should do, how we should live, and what we should prioritize. By keeping death in mind, we remind ourselves that the only opinion that matters is our own, and we are in control of the life we choose to live. This practice doesn't mean we should live recklessly or irresponsibly. Instead, memento mori encourages us to live wisely and purposefully, with full awareness that our time here is limited. It helps us take action now, rather than waiting for the perfect moment. It motivates us to take care of our health, nurture our relationships, and pursue our dreams with urgency. A simple way to incorporate memento mori into your life is to start each day by reflecting on the brevity of life. You can say to yourself, "Today is a gift, and I may not have tomorrow." This acknowledgement serves as a wake-up call, helping you stay grounded in the present moment and focused on what truly matters. Comment below with, "I live as if every day is my last," and share how the awareness of life's impermanence has helped you live more intentionally. By practicing memento mori, we transform the way we approach life, ensuring that we live with purpose and meaning every single day.